Oh, we are live. We are live. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Mystic Sisters. You guys, we were la chatting, and I said, we got to go live. I don't know if we are more than a few seconds late. I'm very sorry.
It looks good
I
on
will,
my end. I think
I
we're good.
will, I will take responsibility for the delay
It's
there.
all your fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold court on that one. So welcome everybody on Valentine's Day 2026. It's 45 degrees now. Beautiful day, kind of weird, like people walking on the lake, holding hands, kind of thing day. And unusual, and feels like Thanksgiving, the energy in the air, but smells like sort of spring and fire. Fire. Also, and it's reminding me right now, my lemon tree bloomed.
Again.
It had 14 flowers on it.
Lemon. That might have something to do with either Don Lemon or Nancy Guthrie's mother.
Remember? Last week, okay? So between last week and now, 14 flowers. A couple of them fell off. I'm not expecting a whole lot, right? A couple fell off, and then the rest of them bloomed. The whole place smelled like Sicily, right? It was crazy in here. It was really, really nice. Everything
That's
else was like fire.
well. I feel like a surge, like the things that have been going through my mind as you watch what's going on in the world and what's going on with immigration and how they're treating these people. These people are sick. They're not vaccinated, perhaps. There's going to be epidemics. There's all this stuff happening out there. And anywhere you look, it's like the worst possible. Um, that's what we're seeing. But I think that we were talking about this before we got on, that you can't spend a lot of time in the suffering if you already you know knew about it or felt it, or do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that if you're looking for it, you're going to find it. So the more you tune into trying to think you can change the outcome of somebody else's environment, the more you're going to find it. And
yeah,
I
it's
can't
true.
do anything but what my own environment has delivered right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I believe that I made that happen. This is like the portal right now because of the overwhelm, and that my left brain is quite frankly tired. It's just tired. It's like, okay, no more.
Well, I mean, the monks walked across America with the message of mindfulness, and like, let's just be aware of what's right in front of us, and do what we need to do. What's right in front of us. We can pay attention to what's going on. It's a good idea to know what's going on in your neighborhood, um, just like as a check-in. If you're in an area where there's a little bit more of an issue, then you're going to be more vigilant, right? But I think that what's happening is, like in Minnesota, they're leaving Minnesota, or that's what they say they're going to do, right?
I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But I know that what I'm really focused on, whether that side story has any value or not, is that I'm watching the funding. I'm
Yeah.
watching the funding. I'm watching to see, are they getting paid? Are they not getting paid? Is there going to be a mass exodus because they're not getting paid? Or they're not going to get the bonuses they were offered, right?
Well, there's
That's
all of
what
that.
I'm watching, like where the graph is going to take that. Not so much pay attention to the oh yeah, we're not gonna be around so much, so you guys can go home.
Yeah.
Shit, that's bullshit. I don't believe
Well, I think, I heard Cash Peters say it once. It's not what he's doing, meaning Trump, but it's how we respond to what he's doing that matters. And if he is what he is doing for us is he's showing us where our line is, what we will not accept. And then you go from that place. It's not so much as resistance as it's standing our ground. And when I say our ground, I'm talking about women, and I'm talking about those who support women and the rise of the feminine. Um,
I gotta tell you, that's really interesting because I was having sort of um, a lot of memories around Women's March. As I'm kind of cleaning and vacuuming and stuff like that's when I get my sort of the focused watch this sign. Okay, you've seen this more than once, so take a look at this. And that's when the Women's March and stuff was coming up. And I'm like, I wonder how far away we are from another event like that, because that's the kind of energy it feels like. Or maybe just it was this around the same time of year, and so was the temperature. Kind of felt the same.
well, I definitely think that I think what's happening is that people are realizing that the people who make the rules are so full of shit that who are they to make the rules? I'm going to make my own rules. And so I think people are going to work collectively to make rules that we can all live with. And I think that's, like there are certain things you shouldn't be able to do. Um, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments. You said some ice were leaving about 700, but that's not enough. Yeah, I think their funding is going to deteriorate, and so will the support staffing and everything else. I mean, there's really only so much of that you can take. You know what I mean? There's only so many things that I know, and I'm not defending them in any way, but when you're called names
Oh, it's
continuously, like
terrible.
bad shit
It's
every day,
yeah,
all
it's
day long,
terrible. It's terrible for them. It's terrible. I mean,
right?
I do feel bad for them. I do, because some of them did it because they're trying to support their family.
Yeah, so like I'm trying to support myself too, but
Well, that's but our it's see, this is it. We're not really against each other. It's not you or me. I'm right, you're wrong. It's who's pulling the strings, and
yeah,
people are going to start looking up at the people who are pulling the strings, just like the last time Pluto was in Aquarius.
yeah.
Um, so I'll pick a Mystic Sister card, but I just want to remind everybody that last week's card was Mania. Okay. And it was
Oh,
pretty,
girl, look, it's a
yeah,
Valentine's card now. Look,
yeah, Mania. So I'm going to put her back in the deck and I'm going to pull.
Mania was very. It's so interesting. Mania was very much the in the getting sprayed out of the containers last week. It was really truly that kind of a feeling going on, and really hard to kind of get over it. So we'll see. Actually, Nancy, I was waiting for that comment. What the fuck? WTF PM Bondi. Oh, yes. Yes.
I did a chakra reading on her.
I know you did, and I've been having the mental health spread on the back burner, but it's like really I
Oh,
have one day off. We
please
could
do
do
her
it.
mental health.
We could
Please.
do a mental health spread, but it's just been like I just need a 24-hour,
Yes.
when you give your dog a bath and they're clean, and you've got 24 hours of a clean dog before it just gets all messed up again. I feel like I have one day off before it gets all messed up again. Then I have to come back. But I do have time. And honestly, the things that I saw, I laughed out loud with all the hysteria it deserved, really. It's so awful. And we'll do that. We can do that. I could do
You are
that.
we're gonna, I'm telling you, I
30
swear
cards.
to God, this came out of the deck.
Okay.
It's it's Hecate or Hecate.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah. I know her.
Yeah,
Hecate. Yeah.
crossroads and turning point.
Yeah.
Hecate is an ancient triple goddess, a maiden, a mother, and a crone. She is the guardian of the crossroads and a goddess of transitions. She is able to see through the veil of time to determine your fate. She requires you to make a conscious and independent choice. You have come to a crossroads and a decision must be made. Weigh your options carefully and project the likely outcomes as accurately as you can before taking action. Seek the wisdom in others around you, both older and younger, to gain a fuller perspective of possibilities. I think that's it, but let me just double check. Oh, no, a little bit more. I got to put it down. When we are standing at a threshold, it is difficult to see the complete reality of where we're heading. Faith is required. Faith is required. And that is my like mantra these days is I just walk in faith. That's it. I
Yeah.
walk in faith.
This is my drawing from this morning.
Oh wow.
Same colors. But these were deliberate and they're just actually overlapping abstract hearts. Just because it was like Valentine's Day, I think I need to do something where I don't have to think too hard because I do like one day off. But the colors were intentional and I think they match the card. And I really like, I have Hecate things that I only use for Hecate things. And I don't cross and like dedicated to purposefully owe her, thank her, and then not used for anything else because that is the goddess of transformation. It is something I did before I was offered this job that I'm at now. And on Friday, when Saturn moved into Aries, I finally got the contract I signed for the days I wanted.
So you manifested your reality, did you?
Yeah, I got to go there and give her some alcohol or something. Right.
I did do a picture and it just sort of like a thing for the Saturn and Aries.
Yes. Oh, girl.
Right. And that's those are supposed to be the northern lights in the back.
It.
Right. And then so I want to actually make a painting of it, but I just sketched that. I said I should sketch something today if I want to start creating my own reality. So
that's like the initial thing. And if it's something that keeps you moving, you stick with that series until it becomes something that you really is wearing a piece of your soul. Yeah. I have a hard time. Like I get a series and I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done. And each one in the series is different. I never do the same thing twice. I'm like, But that was like really cool. And that's like exactly how everything sort of feels right now. Let me get the dog a thing because he's being a jerk.
Okay. All right. I'll check and see. I haven't been following the conversation over here. So let me see how everybody's doing.
We'll do it. We could do a Pam Bondi mental health spread. I don't know.
I'll have That would be fun. Let's do a mental health quiz on the like person at the top of the Justice Department.
What a
Uh,
mess.
so
What a mess.
you will. I'll pull cards too, and we can put the cards together maybe, and then we can evaluate it from there.
I'll tell you what they are so you can think, so they start to swirl around as you're shuffling. It's a 9-card spread, and it's taken from a sort of when you interview people and they come in to be assessed for psychiatric care. Okay. The first one is, what do they look like? Appearance. The second is speech. The third is affect, or how they express themselves. The fourth is thought content. What are they thinking? Get in their head. Thought process is number 5. Like, how do they put 2 and 2 together? How do they math?
I want to see that
Basically.
card.
Right. Perception of reality is number 6. Number 7 is intellect. Number 8 is insight. And number 9, I think, is the most important, is current frame of mind. So hopefully after those cards, the number 9, that one will sort of pull it all together and it'll make sense. Right. So Pam Bondi, fucking bitch. Oh, I got to find some dirty cards. You guys are so dirty. Okay. I want to keep it like neat, you know? Yeah. Yeah, these are easy to shuffle. Okay. So this deck is a bit dark. It's the Tinker's Dam Tarot. And it's a bit dark. Just a little. So it has been through a political read or two before when things were ugly. Let me at least get one good shuffle out of it and say her name at least a couple times. Pam Bondi, Pam Bondi, Pam Bondi, right?
I'm going to use the big guns tonight. The deck all the way in the back.
Okay, you get that time. Get that time. Your speech, affect, content, thought process. I look at the spread when I'm shuffling. I have I'll have to, I got the right incense burning. I think it's like breaks all spells, something like that. Because
one of them, if I could, and I just want to mention this, Saturn moved into Aries, right? And Aries is Mars ruled. So I wanted to see what Mars was doing, and it's in Aquarius, an early degree of Aquarius, but the Sabian symbol speaks to protection, that you have to keep your eyes open. So we're going to have to keep our eyes open to keep ourselves safe at this time, with the Saturn and Aries energy, especially at the beginning. I think as they separate, maybe not so much, but all right, I'm ready.
Okay.
How many cards are we picking?
9. So the first one is appearance and motor coordination. What do they look like? What are their mannerisms? How are they, posturing themselves? How are they responding to you? Oh, okay. All right. There she is, the librarian. There she is.
I got the Princess of Cups.
Yeah, she hit some high notes, huh? She hit some high notes.
It's almost like she was a good little girl. She listened to daddy or something.
The second one is speech. Pressured, chatty, hyperverbal. How are they presenting their speech? I got 10 of Cups.
I got the Knight of Cups or the Prince of Cups. So it's like an offering, a love offering. She was only talking to one person.
It holds a different meaning, right? The Ten of Cups is something that, well, actually, the Republican Party has been assigned the Ten of Cups for some time.
Right. And the Ten of Cups could be your drunk. I mean, he seems to surround himself by people who drink. I don't know if she looks like she drinks, but it's possible. Because we know the head of the army or whatever, defense, Department of Defense
Oh,
is a
she's such a, I know now, like there's some other like side story on it.
Christy Nunn wants to run for president. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just
Affect. The next one is affect or expression of emotion. Sad, depressed,
Jesus.
labile. This might fit. This might fit just labile. Or restricted. Okay. What'd you get? What'd you get?
Got indolence.
This is
She's a little, oh, see you next.
I've got a stubborn or pressured. Okay, this is the Knight of delayed. Okay, Knight of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit slower.
She's trying to slow things down. She's
trying to slow things down. She's trying to not so much divert, or maybe like, yeah. And honestly, speech, I'd say writing on the speech, right? Who wrote the speech or who's the narrative? She's writing it right here.
Okay. Well, and she was a world-class biatch. I mean, honestly, I mean, could you find? I mean, it's amazing how like spot on like the villains are, right? They're like Cruella de Vil and Goebbels and this witch.
Absolutely vicious. I don't know how she can order out and not somebody spit in her food. Like I wouldn't trust anybody if I were her. The next one is thought contents, fantasy versus reality. Are you delusional, hallucinating, that kind of thing?
Ooh.
What'd you get?
Interference. The Eight of Swords.
Oh, yeah, This card I have been following for people that are suffering from a chronic mental illness like depression that is manageable but has acute sort of episodes, and bipolar and things like that. Like they're so inside their head that's kind of, that could be delusional. I get the Six of Water. Be the Six of, like, she's throwing it. She's throwing away all her little emotions in the water there.
Yeah, I feel like she's been given a very narrow, that she's only allowed to say certain things. Otherwise.
Yeah. So, yeah, she thinks that if she can throw out these little coins of the past, Six of Cups or Six of Water, that could sort of change the current. Okay. The next is thought process. How well can you answer a question, basically? Can somebody give you an abstract idea and then you sort of distill it into making sense? What'd you get?
The Eight of Wands.
Oh, wow.
This is actually Mercury in Sag. She has a Mercury in Sag. And it's square. She has a Saturn. No, yeah, she has Saturn opposite a very tight conjunction between Pluto and Uranus, and it's in a tight square to her Mercury. And so it's about lying. I think she has an issue with the truth.
Well, she is coming off as like there's a lot of blocking, maybe that could be. She's trying to divert. The Eight of Wands is a flood of information, ideas. You know what I mean? Just kind of that kind of thing. I got the mayor of Earth. So the mayor would be like the
Probably the king, right?
no, yeah. So that has that stubborn quality to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not going to change. So like protecting something, protecting the earth. The next one is perception of crazy she is. Does she know how crazy she sounds? Let's change that question to perception of reality. She has no fucking clue. No reality. There's no head. It's just a bunch of feathers.
I got the Prince of Discs. The stocks are up $50,000.
Oh yeah, that made
No, is
her
it
look
$5,000?
really
What is it?
bad.
What do I mean, Mom?
That was how embarrassing. I don't know why. I don't. You really don't know why they're laughing because look, mass intellect. This is one of those. It kind of throw into academia and not. And mostly, it's about how witty are you?
How witty is she? Oh, witty was
Intellect.
I got failure.
Yeah.
A failure of intellect. I don't
So
think she's smart enough on some level to know that she's doing the wrong thing.
that's interesting. I wonder if she had some kind of she didn't pass the bar, failing intellect or failing in school, right?
She called Jamie
The bar
Raskin.
exam.
She called Jamie Raskin not even a lawyer. He's a constitutional
Oh yeah,
expert.
but that's because that's her wound, right? So she needs to say it out loud. That's
I
it.
don't know. I don't
Insight
know.
or what motivates you? Seven of Earth. What is it's a king. This one's got dirt. Like maybe burying
She's got
your
some
wealth,
some
burying
things
your
that
resources.
the Ace of Wands.
Yeah. I think she needs to think about her resources there, where she's getting them from. And the last one is current frame of mind. Let's see what's happening.
You got the nine of wands,
Oh yeah.
which is I think it's strength, vigilance. She's vigilant.
Mm-hmm.
She's not changing her. She's got her story, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, that's her current frame of mind. I've got the one in a little bear costume here, sort of like gnawing away at her, frozen dairy desserts at the end of the day. Like she's in her pajamas and watching TV. This is the courier of Earth. So this would be the
Age likely.
knights. Not the page. You're right. The page. The news.
I
She's
read
off
it
the
in.
grid. Like really. I like that the spinning bicycle there is in the background.
Yeah,
He's done delivering the news. It was too big for her. It was too big for her to get on and sort of
Yeah,
navigate.
she wasn't qualified to take this
Because
on.
you're too little. You can't get on that big bike. It's like Bovino. He could never get on any ride at Disneyland. Why? You know what I mean? They're like, you can't. You're not ready for the big bike. You're not ready for the big bike. She thinks she did a good job. Maybe read the reviews, Pammy. Spammy Pammy. That
So
is a W.
I think she has daddy issues, honestly.
I have to yet watch the chakra. You know, I want to watch that. I don't have. I've got some things that I didn't have that I did, and I promised myself I'm going to catch up on the things that.
Your mic is going out a little bit right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh. It shouldn't. How does can everybody else give us a little feedback? A real.
So we did Pam, the biatch. Um,
I can't see if there's anything else that people had. I an energy that people are getting ready for, but trust me, is already happening. This kind of eclipse, I see a lot of like narrative going around about and then show you talked about March. I want to cry. And it's just so, it seems like so overwhelming. But it does, that I know.
well, the sense that I got from like looking into March a little bit more deeply, right, is that there's nothing we can't control this in the way that you think there's like it's really like it has to take you along with it. And
Mhm.
that's the faith, right? That's the like this wave is going to take you exactly where you need to be. And if you approach it with an open heart and trust that things are going to be as they need to be, I think that I think it's part of the Hopi prophecy. We can't hold on. We have to sort of push ourselves out into the middle of the river and go with the flow, and be grateful for what we have and the people in our lives.
I think there's going to be a thing that I guess it helps me get by is the energies of the ideas of self that's occurring, that literally choose what is right in front of you. So how are you going to execute that? And front today and saying it's like my work feels like it's like a circus, and the patients are like, I have to see it in a way that or
Say
I'd lose
that,
my mind.
say that again. It
I
went
said
out.
I have to see me. I have to look at it that way. I could change it. I could change the way I see that. This thing. Is that better?
Well, it's not cutting out. It doesn't. It happens occasionally, but it's not in any kind of pattern. So I don't know why that happens. We're still figuring that out. We had it good though for a while there.
So yeah, I need to pop on a different microphone that does that, like one that clips on or something, because it's like this thing's like a behemoth on my desktop here.
Yeah, and there is a lot of, you do get a lot of the road noise where you are. And so that has to be a little bit of a struggle for like
I'm gonna wear a thing.
something that's not like right on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That is, I that.
Ona getting fancy. Ona getting fancy.
Well, you know what? I had this class and I was going to do that, let you guys know the to reschedule it because it was I was canceling myself out. Fix
I
the
can't
day
hear you. I
I
can't.
needed I needed to fix it before the day and that's what I'm going to do. So I've got a little time.
So I went to a movie last night for the first time in like uh, I couldn't tell you the last time I went to a movie. It was the one with Kevin James, the guy who used to be on The King of Queens. You know who he is,
Mhm.
right? Him. So he goes to Italy with his girlfriend, and they're going to get married in Rome, and she stands him up at the altar, and so then the story goes from there. And my husband bought the tickets because there was a contest. If you buy a ticket through this thing, you can maybe win a trip to Italy. So Michael's all excited. He always thinks like he's going to win every contest, which is good because then you try. I mean,
Mhm.
if you don't put it in, you don't, right? So I said you better get your passport. He's like, "Oh, I'll send you with one of your girlfriends." I'm like, "You're not going to miss," which of
Yeah.
course you could definitely come with me. But you're not gonna miss the art in Italy. I mean, he's an artist. He's
Yeah.
crazy. You have to go. You have to go to see. Yeah. But it was honestly, I hope I don't spoil it for anybody. It was stupid. But Andrea Bocelli was in it. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. 'Cause
Oh.
that was sort of a, it was sort of a, it was sort of supposed to be sort of a surprise. Sorry, guys.
I haven't been to a movie theater since way before COVID.
Yeah, me too. We hardly ever. Well, back then my mother was like really old and starting to get sick. I couldn't go anywhere. So what's the point of going to a movie without your husband or your wife? I mean, it's like, you go to the movies to hang out with somebody you like hanging out with on a big screen. But yeah, it's been a long time. But
I have to
he
check.
did it, so I wouldn't have done it, but he did it, so I went with it. I thought it was sweet.
It's a nice thing to do. You know what I mean? It's a good way to like sort of just get out
Yeah.
and maybe it's something you wouldn't have picked, but it's a good experience just to sort of see what's going on. Like, was it at
Well,
least there were people in the theater? It wasn't like the malaria movie or anything,
I know.
right?
God. Well, it was lovely. I mean, the movie was good, but there were parts of it I'm like, come on now. You know, the one actress, she kept laughing like everything was great, but it was just like, all right, she laughed enough. I mean, she looks good laughing, but like have her say something.
Yeah.
Something, right? No, she's laughing. But it was, of course, it's in Italy, so it's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. Um, Italy's incredible.
I don't have any plans or desire to go
Have
there.
you have you been?
No.
Oh man, you would love it. You would love it. Um, but you
I'm
never know, right? You never know. You might not have a desire to go, but you end up going anyway, and then you have a good time. So,
I don't think I could be in a plane for that long. It just
oh, is that
doesn't
right?
the idea of it does not.
Well, maybe you're gonna have to do like your ancestors did. You'll have to get in a boat.
Maybe. That would be like, ugh.
Maybe a
Oh,
spaceship.
like a cruise? No.
No,
So,
steerage. Like our grandparents came in steerage.
our
Oh my God,
grandparents.
those poor people. Those poor
Yeah,
people.
I know, right? We think we're and compared to what they went through.
Oh God, no. We are so lucky. We are so lucky. But we were educated for a reason, and we're here to. We have to do our part, right? We change the world in the way that we do it. It's different than the way the kids are going to do it. The kids are phenomenal, man. They're such a. I'm just so astounded. I was watching AOC. She has so much poise. Mandami. I mean, I thought to myself, what happens when Bad Bunny does like a thing for AOC running for president? Like what's that energy going to be like? I thought to myself.
I know. I can't remember where um Chiron and Pluto role in the millennial generation, but I do remember that they were the ones trying to heroes and trying to figure out how to be a hero. I can't remember if it was Chiron's place, and you see that they're starting to find it.
Yeah.
They're finding that hero quality that they've been looking for.
It's within them.
Yeah.
The hero lies within.
Gen Z is like stares at you. Like they're really interesting.
Most of the younger generation is a theory for me because I don't really have a large exposure to them, you know. But like you get to hang with your kid, you know. You have
And
your
people at work
fingers on
too.
the pulse of the generation.
And people at work too. It's dynamic because you have different cultures that require different things that you need to respect about their culture, and different generations in those cultures. And it's really cool to kind of observe how everybody interacts. And I told you, if you don't have an accent, I have a hard time.
Understanding.
It's really, really interesting. So uh, I just love being a part of that. Sharon says they may have to lock Pam Bondi up during the full moon and eclipses because she turns into a wolf. Maybe it might be that suit disguise.
I actually looked at her numerology and Kabbalah with my class the other night. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Um, we also looked at Bad Bunny.
Rose said, "How will this eclipse affect?" Question mark? Question mark. We could pull a card, and you could.
Say the question again because you cut out on my end.
How will this eclipse affect T?
Oh, this new moon, the new moon eclipse,
Yeah.
because the other one is a blood moon that he was born on a blood moon. So that one might the next one in it actually 3/3 is a 16/7 day. It's this tower day for the next eclipse for the full moon lunar eclipse. We're just picking one card.
What do you want to do? One card? One card sounds good. How will this eclipse affect T?
I'm gonna have to pick more than one card.
Okay.
Well, you'll see the card, and I don't really understand that. Ooh. Huh. I picked 3 cards, so you can pick as
I
many.
think that's a good idea because I picked like the first card is the businessman, and you're right, it needs to be clarified. Yeah. Hmm. Hoarding resources. Hoarding resources. The four of coins is hoarding resources to me. Either feeling betrayed. Remember, those are the same feathers that were flying over
Pam
Pam
Bondi's
Bondi's head.
Mm-hmm.
It is the same deck, same artist, same color palette. So he might give her like, no, girl, we're done.
Was that the 4 of feathers the last time when there was no head?
9.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got the Empress.
Okay.
Okay. So now that's why I was like, well, that's not telling me enough. Then I got Strength,
Okay.
and then I got the Magician.
Oh.
So I think that a certain somebody who's often represented by the Empress, Mother Russia, is going to do a big pull on his string. It's going to be very evident. That's what I think. There's going to be no doubt. They're going to be like, he's an asset. Like, now it doesn't necessarily mean he's going anywhere, but I think it's going to be like, boop.
Wow.
I mean, we always have to remember here that we're like looking into the possible future kind of energy. We're opening our third eye. We're looking at the possibilities. We're looking where the energy lies. Um, but there are people who don't have any clue about any stuff like that, and this is all a big shock to them. So we have to, give them time to catch up. But they're catching up, and they're moving, and they're moving. Um, let's see.
I'd like to pull a card for next week. I know we've got other scheduled recordings for the upcoming new moon and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want people to feel a little hug, at the end of this because the content is so heavy and disturbing and insulting to your intelligence. You're like, I know she didn't just say that. You know what I mean? These kinds of, and you start to question, where your place is in all this and how you can even navigate it. I got this oracle deck here, not the one Giblets used. I'm working with another deck too I just got that I really like. But I'm taking it super personally. There's also that sort of alarmist stuff. A lot of that. And that Hecate sort of energy, the card you pulled for That's very intense. Just, do your research. But that's what we're working with. Oh, interesting. Between worlds, there's an eclipse.
I really think we have to focus on the world we want to see and take steps to get there. That's all. That's all we have to do.
Yeah.
Walk
So
mindfully through our
between
life.
worlds, you shift into a different reality because it's offered to you.
We're,
So,
we're given access, like a lot of people now, and they may or may not be aware of it, is you're being given access to the fifth dimension and that energy. And that's very expansive and it's very healing. And then it's like returning home to a big warm hug. Um, and so we need to heal. There's so much healing that needs to happen.
this came up. Yeah, this card came up during one of the moon cycles, and I can't remember which one. And it's probably one that's complementing in this solar eclipse. But that whole idea of a thing that keeps sort of occurring to me is like levitation, and it's part of the fire horse thing that you're moving, that it looks like you're standing still. Keep feeling like that, and that is how you can sort of leap and change what's, if that makes sense. I'm learning to put together things that are, I can only draw right now.
Yeah, I understand that. I picked 3 cards for next week, right? This is the cards for next week. I got the High Priestess,
Okay, good, nice. Yeah, I'm good.
right?
Oh yeah,
Revelation. Something is being revealed.
yeah.
Um, about likely money,
Okay,
resources, right? And then we get the um, Ace of Pentacles, which is called um, birth into form. Birth into form. So we have the power. We have the power, folks, to create our reality. Put your energy there. It's miraculous. We're in the time of miracles. I swear.
yeah.
I mean, I can't say it any plainer than that.
I think that no matter what you study, has been absorbing the idea that the focused mind is where you need to train yourself to get to for a lot of these things to occur. The manifesting reality, calming it, how to the vagus nerve, and gone over so many different things that sort of reset you. And this is the time to start using those tools, because the idea of what's real and what isn't is blurred.
Yeah, it's it. We're in a morphogenic field. Like this is the creative field, and the creativity is what makes us human. So let's be human here.
Mhm.
Let's be human.
That's all we got left, right?
That's all we've ever had. That's all we've ever had. Humans are the bonding of the earthly and the heavenly. We hold that space. We hold that space. That's
I think we're a little lower on the food chain, honestly, than some other animals and beings and stuff. But I'll wear that. I'll wear that skin this time around.
that's that's
Yes.
that's all heart stuff.
A
That's
lot
all.
of people are talking about revolution and evolution, and then the fire horse was because they use the different animals that go around every 12 years and then the elements that make their rotation. So a full cycle is 60 years.
Right.
So 60 years ago in this 66, I mean, look at everything. If you want to look at a pattern that might repeat itself, a lot of the political revolution, I mean, the sexual revolution, the music, the art, the drugs, the combinations of stuff of all of that was just exploded. You know, I'm good with hippies. I'm good.
Well, in 1966 was a 22 vibration. So it was a master spiritual builder year.
Oh.
And this year is a 10-1, so it's the Wheel of Fortune. Time for a change. Time for a change.
Pick your slice.
Seriously. I'm in the dimensions, you notice? I went into the dimensions there for a minute. It's the lighting. I don't have the right lighting in here. I have more lights behind me than I have in front of me.
In between worlds. Interesting. This is going to be an interesting week. It's almost 7, so pretty much going to wrap up and hope that everybody's week is safe and that you celebrate something that you're good at. And happy Mardi Gras, Ramadan, New Moon, solar eclipse, Chinese New Year, almost Saturn Neptune conjunction. Oh, I'd love to see people's feedback and tell us what was going through your head about all these energies that are impacting everyone.
So next week you will be on my channel, and it will be the day after the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune. So we will be in the of that.
Girl, and then the sun moves into Pisces next week also. Okay, yeah. Well, that helps. That helps.
Well, and then we do have we still have Venus, Mars, all that has to go through Pisces still, right? Before it goes to Aries. So there can be a bit of a cooling or a healing that happens with that energy. So it's all good, baby. It's all good. Everything, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Do what you can. Make sure you take care of yourself. Be careful out there. People are very upset. And when people are very upset, they do stupid stuff. And you don't want to be in the crosshairs of other people's stupid stuff.
Yeah, this is a weird Valentine's Day for, I'd love to hear stories of success because I feel like boundary issues, tensions going.
Oh, so, yeah. So, of course.
Need to be addressed.
Yeah.
Right? When's the blood moon? Rose Blow wants to know.
The 3rd, 3/3/2026.
Wait a second.
It's in 13. It's at 13 of Virgo with the sun at 13 of Pisces.
Can I just look at one thing?
Yes, please do.
And then I'll tell you something weird.
I love weird stuff.
Okay, 6:38. The time of day. 5:33 in the morning, 6:33 in the morning. Yeah. Oh, we'll definitely let you know. Oh my gosh. So I just want to let you know that Time Out with Giblets will be published tonight around midnight. I had to pre-record it because I will be at work tomorrow morning. And there is a sign up for Wednesday's class on my posts page. It's not the community page anymore. It's post if you want to do full blown kind of fire horse Chinese Lunar New Year discussion and remedy. So that'll be interesting. That's pretty much it. But Vicky, what do you got? Oh, I have one more thing.
Um,
So
I just finished my Kabbalah class, the second round of my Kabbalah class. But I'm going to be putting more Kabbalah related stuff on my membership, and I'm going to announce it to my students that if they want some new material and some discussion around that new material every month, certainly could do that.
yeah.
If they're a member, it would be part of the membership. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just trying to get my classes together. I want to do another more advanced astrology class on planetary pairs. I'll probably be doing that in March. Um, you know how two planets, like Venus and Mars are the planets that we relate through, and where is your Venus and Mars in your chart? How do they relate to each other? How does that affect your relationships? Stuff like that. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
So I'll put an announcement on that. I'll announce it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. One
Go
Petty
ahead.
Boots next Sunday, the 22nd.
You're doing petty boots?
I'm doing Petty Boots next Sunday, the 22nd. So that's going to be fun. Like, I'll try to sort of pay attention to what's going on, but I like real time.
I
So
understand.
it'll be interesting.
All right.
Love you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy what's left of your Valentine's Day. Have a nice, you deserve it.
We love you.
Tomorrow and melt it on a waffle.